session episode 1 from Ilongo University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Rwanda. Our group members are Lazio Nkomba, Chifuniro Mundali, Munengolola, Frank Maskini, Rabea Nyama, Befagande, Wezins Maras, Nalizwa, Frank Abasari, Lucy Zaina, Tawananga Johana, Ablahaman Masamba, Eddie Gavina, and the Gadi Lunguya. Today's session, we are going to do data management in a few ways. The first thing is to manage the data, and second one is to clean, and the third one is to analyze the data. So to manage the data, first of all, we create a working directory. To create a working directory, go on our desktop and right click to create a new folder. New folder. So we can label it as group D. After getting a new folder on our desktop, we go to our Stata workout. Yeah, as you can see, here is our command history, and here is where I put some commands, and here is check properties of dataset and Stata. Now, to create a working directory, as for changing the directory, we go on file, click here and change working directory. And after that, we browse on our desktop that we can find group 3, then okay. As you can see now, we have changed the working directory cd, that is change directory. Although we can use the same on the command, this is another way to change directory, and we put enter. After getting a working directory, go for log file. With a working directory, it saves all files, and this helps us to stay organized and avoid losing the week. For a log file, it keeps all commands and output, so it is important for documentation and reproducibility. To create a log file, go on the same as file and the log and begin and the so we save our log file as also group D, and we put in log format. Save. Yeah, you can see down here log on text. As I have already said that log file, it keeps all commands and output, so that we can reuse it. After doing log file, then go for hitting a do file. A do file allows the user to save command and reuse them later. This makes our work efficient and reproducible, as to redo the work after we have already done it. So for a do file, go on the taskbar and check where it shows new do file editor, and you click here. After clicking here, see like this, then within a do file, we put commands under the, and you can save it here. So save, and you can rename it also as group 3 do file. After we have done with a do file, now we are going to data cleaning. So for data cleaning, to clean the data, we need to import the data. So data can be imported from different formats. The first one is for Ex- Excel spreadsheet, and the other is text data, SPSS data, SS, SA, S data, and the others below. So we are interested on Excel spreadsheet. We click Excel spreadsheet and browse here and go where we can find our Excel data. So we're gonna take this Excel data cooking, then we import data. So once loaded, the data set appears on the in the data edit. You see, we have imported the data. We check on data editor here on taskbar data editor, as you can see here. So also the same, we can use other command as describe the data to see if data has been imported. As you can see, our data is in string variables. So because our data it is in string, we need to change it from string to numeric variable. So to change string variables to numeric variables, we call it data transformation. So to do data transformation, we go on the same data editor and we right click about there and go on data and encode string variables to able the numeric, or we can convert variables from string to numeric. For us, we go for encode string variables. As for now, you can check from string variable to numeric variable. So we replace A with names we want or any, or we can also use this copy and paste to numeric variable. So we can use the shortcut Control V. Okay. As you can see here on the blue column, we have transformed the data, and you can check on the history included A generated to E. That means data transformation been done. So we repeat with other variables as after data transformation. So for data cleaning, we also check for missing variables. To check missing variables, use the following commands. The first one is mixtab summarize, which we are going to use mixtab summarize enter. As you can see, investment amount has one missing variable, and Janet also have one missing variables. Then other commands like Mr. Padding, Mr. Tree, and Codebook, we can also use it. For the sake of time, let's proceed. As for help us to identify the missing values, so we can decide how to handle them, like how to handle the missing variables in our data set. So after checking for missing variables, we go for outliers. Outliers are extreme values. So to check if you have extreme values, we use graphics or we use inside the graphics, we have histogram, box plot, and other things we can use to check for outliers like Stata pros. So for us, we are going to use box plot here, or we can use direct command to first we're going to use graphics. So we start with investment amount and put OK and wait for a graph to show us if we have outliers or not. As you can see, our box plot is showing we have no any other outliers. If you have any other, the box would have no equal signs from here to here. So in investment amount have no any outliers. So if you have outliers like in this variable of investment amount, to drop them like as dealing with outliers, we use this command of drop if variable we're gonna use investment amount. We are using investment amount. As you can see, investment amount, and at the end we put a limit greater than, or we can use less than. For this, we use a limit or range we want. So we can put 15,000 for our data. And as you can see, one observation detail. This is for investment amount as a variable. One observation detail. To remove outliers, however, we must be careful because removing data can affect results. For removing extreme variables or other things in this data set, it will affect results for data analysis. After dealing with outliers, we go for checking for duplicates. Duplicates labeled can distort analysis. This command helps us to identify repeated observation. In the data set, we have repeated observation we go to recording errors and other factors that happen within collecting the data. So to check for duplicates, we use duplicates report or duplicate list and put a variable after duplicate report or duplicate list. So duplicates list. As you can see, investment, return net, and inflation net have two duplicates. For investment, you have 12,000 and again 12,000, 5,000 and 12,000. Return net 0.1, 0.5. For inflation net 0.08 and 0.2. So to deal with duplicates, mm, this removing duplicate observation while keeping the first occurrence as we keep one as origin. So we use the following command: duplicates drop, then we put all our variables as investment amount and the return rate, return rate, and the including inflation rate and comma force at the end, which enter. As you can see, two observation detail. Now we have to deal with duplicates in our data set. After dealing with duplicates, now we have managed to clean the data. After finishing data cleaning, we go for data analysis. So for data analysis, we start with summary statistics. Summary statistics helps us to understand data using mean, standard deviation, and range. So for summary statistics, we use command summarize. Then we can put variable 1, 2, 3 as investment, return, and question. So if we can put summarize on it, also bring the results. As you can see, if investment amount, investment amount have 5 observation, and mean is 3, standard deviation is 1.581139, and the minimum is 1, and maximum is 5. Minimum and maximum is the range what we are talking about. So after summary statistic, go for OLS regression. OLS regression is for ordinary list square regression. So regression analysis, it is to examine the relationship between variables. It determines the relationship between variables. So to check the relationship between variables, we can go below and write a command regress, or we can use statistics, as already said for data analysis, we summarizing analysis, and we go for linear model related and linear regression. So for errors regression, we have dependent variable, which is must be 1 for simple regression, and the dependent variable we have investment amount and the inflation rate. So, okay, as it's shown here, okay. As of now you can see number of observation for probability is 0.0388. That is less than 0.05, which is we reject it, but it is significance. For R square is 0.99, which is 99%. So that our model is fitting. So for interpretation of coefficients, we start with interpretation of coefficients, then go for p-value to check if it is significance or not significance according to independent variable. So for investment amount coefficient is 1.42, which is positive effect to return net, and inflation net is negative 0.58, which is negative effect to return net. So for investment is statistically significant because the p-value is less than 0.05, while inflation net is not significant because it is detecting the null hypothesis for p-value. Conclusion for coefficients, we have investment increase, return also increase, and while inflation reduces return. The model explain variation very well. So all in all, in conclusion, we have learned how to manage, clean, and analyze data in Stata. These skills are essential for conducting reliable statistical analysis. Thank you all.